when you don't know about something, you have to look into it and you have to question everything. So I saw that the Trump administration did away with the diesel regulation, and I go ask ChatGPT, and this is what it tells me: more pollution, health risk, economical shifts maybe helps long term. It gives you health issues, global backlash. This is what the media is saying, so ChatGPT is repeating it. By the way, I've canceled my subscription. I'm done with it. Why do they always lead with the worst case scenario? Let's talk about diesel and how fear gets manufactured. So here's the deal. Every time you hear about diesel, the mainstream media jumps straight to the panic. Diesel is killing people. Diesel causes cancer. Diesel is destroying the planet. But let's stop and ask the questions. Where's the proof? They'll throw studies at you funded by the EPA or public health groups that suggest diesel may contribute to early deaths based on models, projections, and theories. Models, projections, and theories. In other words, bullshit. Not direct autopsies, whatever that means. Not isolated, provable death. Just correlation. They point in the direction of how they want to scare you, kind of like they did in 2020, but there's no factual evidence to it. It's never been proven. And guess what? Most of these studies are paid for by the same agencies, just like in 2020. They were paid to scare you. Same thing happens with diesel. Same thing happens with a lot of stuff in this country. That's why diesel in other countries, you just go down south and go see how much diesel is. It's like $1 something a gallon. In here, it's pushing $4. Because they want to push us away from it. And guess what? Most of these studies are paid for the agencies. Yeah, I said that. That's not public health. That's narrative control. That's what our media is. If you really think about it, in all actuality, it's just narrative control. Now ask yourself, why are there almost no studies showing benefits of deregulation or how small businesses benefit from not being strangled by emissions structure? Because these studies are not funded. Because good news doesn't push fear or sell politics. This is how they play the game. Fund the fear. Remember that. I'm going to use that as a caption. Fund the fear. Ignore the facts. Call it science. And this is why so many in America, if not the world, don't believe in science anymore. After 2020, you understand that any scientist can be bought to put out any narrative that they want pushed. So why they killed science all on their own? It's their own fucking fault. They always lead with fear, but who paid for the study? Who benefit from the panic? Let's stop pretending science is neutral when funding decides the outcome. I was trying to get to the bottom line, what's good about what Trump did, and it led me on this path. I'm going to do a second video on what's good about all the deregulation, but I had to prove the point. Everything that we've been told has been paid for, manipulated, and is a narrative. Understand, question everything. Don't take anything at face value because it's a narrative and it's being funded by somebody.